I'm going along cleaning cleaning the ditches as usual. And yesterday I came here too, but I didn't have my camera. See that string of frogs' eggs? Now those, I believe, are spring peepers. That's certainly the way spring peepers frogs' eggs look. Late, would seem to be late in the season for them, but I think they're very much affected by water temperature. This is a hatch that I opened because I was really getting too much water out across the hill. So, and the pigs have closed it a little bit, but also the water level's not quite as ferocious now as it was earlier. But I wanted you to see those frogs' eggs. All these trees, these saplings that the pigs are leaving, I'm going to leave most of them there and let them grow. If the pigs I don't think are going to bother them. And gradually this pasture will be like a savanna. It'll have, well, already it's like that down there. Those are autumn olive, and I prune them, and I'll do the same. But I think these are hickories and especially walnuts. Now the other ones that are like crab apples, I'll probably leave them for quite a while too, because I don't see them making a problem. And I've learned a lot about what roots do to pierce the subsoil and even stone, along with the microbes. Not too much water coming into the aqueduct, a little bit flowing. I've begun to line it with impervious plastic underneath the other stuff. I also have begun to use rocks that I have from elsewhere. They're a different story, but to hold that down, to mulch the vegetation so I can work there a little bit better, and ultimately to hold more of the impervious layer down. The little saddle ponds on either side, I guess that's what I'll call them, frog ponds, they're holding their water level. And I usually see two, not one but two, box turtles or wood turtles plying this area. Now I'm going to go up and see why there isn't a little bit more water coming than that. Oh, and I might have commented on this before. I sure looks like a black walnut. Volunteered clear up here. I'm going to plant, if this works as I'm hoping, I'm going to plant willows on the either side of that aqueduct, a whole row of them. And as I've mentioned before, a little windmill right there where that orange tub is, to pump water the rest of the way up to the top of that hilltop, where I am planting a gur inside a tulu. A gur is like a yurt, and a tulu is a round Japanese kind of house. Well, the Grandpa Jim Biss is still full. You see it's brimming right here. But there just isn't very much flow, so I'm going to keep going on up to the source. Well, I walked back. I didn't go all the way to the source because I could see that the Biss was full to brimming in many, many places. So what I'm going to do instead is I'm going to lower it here about another inch or so maybe, and that should certainly increase the flow and also stop all that or a bunch of that brimming. Oh, look at that, look at that. They were using the turtle shell as a shelter. How about that? So let's see, I'll almost certainly be back this afternoon. We'll see what that's doing. That, believe it or not, is enough to irrigate probably this whole hilltop, because remember, it's, what does it say, 24/7. Depends how bright the sun is and how dry the weather is, but to be continued. Just when I thought I was done, there's that box turtle. And look here, there's the other one. There's a pair of them. I almost ran over one with the truck. I was up here yesterday. I didn't see him. Man, it was close. I wonder what they've been up to.